Hello, traders. Today I want to introduce you to Inderjeet. Inderjeet is a 100-day, $100,000 prop firm client. We've just completed our 100 days together. Inderjeet does indeed have a prop firm, and he is trading the markets, analyzing the markets as good as anyone that I've ever met. Before we actually started the interview, so we're missing the start of it. So I just want to give some context. Prior to that, Inderjeet is in Melbourne in Australia, and I'm in Newcastle on the east coast of Australia. And 100 days ago, when we got together, when he reached out to me 100 days ago, he was like many other traders. It was strategy jumping, a shiny toy syndrome. If one strategy didn't work, he'd look for the next one. That's what I call the cycle of doom. He was trading the lower time frame, stressed. That was affecting his family. And he was doing the complete opposite of what he wanted out of trading, which was lifestyle, time and money. He was actually doing the complete opposite. He was taking up all his time, stressed out, and not making any money. So this is his story. And Inderjeet has done extremely well, but then again, he's done the work. He has put in effort every day. When I say effort, probably 30 minutes. It's regular effort, not sporadic effort. That makes all the difference. So you'll see the beginning of this interview. We're halfway through a conversation, but I just wanted to give you context of where he is, who he is. And by the way, he's self-employed, got a young family, busy guy, all the responsibilities in the world. Now he's a successful trader, stress-free and profitable. Anyway, guys, this is his story. Hope you enjoy it. Bye for now.
My family started realizing that they're asking me questions. He said, "Oh, you stopped trading?" I said, "No, why?" He said, "We don't see you on charts." I said, "No, I've just changed the approach I'm taking. I literally don't need to open my computer. Like, because I work full time, we being in Melbourne or Australia, a daily candle opens when we are working."
Yes,
But
yes. I had a conversation with a new client this morning, and she's in Melbourne. And I said, right now, you won't understand how much of an advantage that is for you.
Exactly.
Where you get up in the morning, you don't need to do anything for the first couple of hours. Nothing moves in the market the first few hours. You've got plenty of time to look at your charts, half an hour per day. Yep.
That's what I do. I set up on Sunday. I set up my charts for the week, so I don't have to go through 28 pairs. I just pick 4 or 3 pairs that set up and set my alarms. So, and maybe every day during when I take my lunch break, I just quickly go through my phone to see if there is something interesting happening. If not, literally, you don't have to do anything. Your alerts comes up, you look at it, because it's daily. Even if your alert comes up, you don't have to enter the trade till next day.
No. It's set and forget at its finest, in my view. Mate, is there any one aspect or maybe a couple of aspects of our association that you think was more impactful than for you than others?
I think, first of all, anyone looking to jump or sitting on the other side of the fence, you are genuine. You're not.
Well, thank you.
You're a real person, so it's not a
Yep.
And Darren knows what Darren is doing. So learning from someone who's doing it and walking the talk is very important. One of those. And I think people, once they join, you will realize what daily time frame can do.
Yeah. A whole different mindset. Yep.
A lot of people don't realize money is in waiting.
Yeah, it is. The money's in the waiting. Yep.
Money is not in trading. Money is in waiting. You enter it, forget about it. It'll either give you a winner or a loser. And what I saw was waiting made me money.
Yes.
So, the couple of trades we took in January, I did do nothing.
Yeah, me neither.
Forgot about it. Next thing I know was I was hitting TPs.
Yeah.
1:2 for going about doing my work. This was the eye opener. This was like, wow. You don't need to make lots of money.
No. I can do this thing stress-free around my lifestyle, which is the whole idea, as you said, that why we joined this thing in the first place. And I can do it with just 30 minutes out of my life. That's it.
100%. All I'm focusing now is not in making money or not making like certain percentage, just growing my capital. Instead of trying to make 8% or 10% on 100,000.
No.
I'm trying to make 3 or 4% and have a capital of 400, 500,000.
The whole goal is to incrementally grow your equity curve. That's the whole goal.
And I think the other thing was importance of having a trade plan. That's what I've learned from classes. Have a trade plan.
And I saw your trade plan, and I did comment on it. It's a great trade plan. It's fantastic.
Have everything in trade plan. When will you trade? When you won't trade? Will you trade when you are feeling tired? Everything.
Yeah, everything. Yep.
And the other thing will be journaling, which I never used to do. Journaling is like collecting the data.
Yes, you must have a trade journal. Yes, you must.
You need to,
and of course, that's covered in what we do here.
Exactly.
So important.
I think a lot of people don't teach that. A lot of people just teach you the strategy. What I learned is strategy is only 10-20%.
Yeah. A lot of people don't do a lot of things they should do.
Honestly, the easiest part of the course was the actual strategy.
Yeah, that's easy.
The most easy part.
It's a no-brainer. Anyone can do it. A 6-year-old child. I think I said to you at the start, and I say this to people, I dumb it down so simple that a 6-year-old child could understand it.
It's not hard. It's the other things.
No. Mate, how did you find, I want to ask you this, if you don't mind, how did you find the process, not only the educational, component of it, but also the weekly calls? Did you find that it just flowed, like one thing naturally went into the other? We didn't jump around all over the place. We kept it on point.
It is very well structured. What I also found is not only structured, you spend time on things. So if we are learning, let's say, support and resistance, it's not like, oh, there's support, there's resistance, and then off to next thing.
I think we spent a month on that.
Yeah, we did 2 or 3, either you say one-on-one or group calls, just on support and resistance until unless everyone or me was confident, or you could feel that I'm confident in marking them.
Yes.
It wasn't. But I remember we did 3 calls just marking support and resistance, an hour of support and resistance, until it becomes your second nature, where you just look at it. And ideally, it should reach a point where you don't need those horizontal lines. You could just,
that's right. You can tell.
Then you move to the next step, which I found very, very, very easy. And it wasn't like, okay, you spend half an hour support and resistance, you're off to the next thing, and it all becomes like a mixture.
Yeah.
And
it's just too confusing. You get too much information too soon. And I've always, and I know you know this, I've always been an advocate of little baby steps. We are not moving forward until everybody understands the step preceding it, because that leads into the next one. I don't care how long it takes, if we're not moving forward until you get it.
And the best part is how, regardless whether I'm trading, whether I'm learning support resistance, whether I'm learning the entries, how much emphasis you paid on, believing in your trades, money management, risk management, and that's the key. You and me could enter same trade with same lot size, everything same, still come out at a different winners. Just how we manage.
Absolutely.
And that's why I liked the course, because it wasn't the strategy only, it was those key aspects that made % of your trading.
Because all of those aspects, so many traders, as you alluded to, and I did in my early days, so many traders just want the strategy. Well, the strategy is just one tiny element of your trading edge. What we've done here is we've built out an effective trading edge that you can go and put out there in the market over and over and over and over and over again for the rest of your life. You've built out a trading edge, not just a strategy. That's just one tiny component of it. And I don't know, and maybe there are mentors out there, I don't know, maybe there are, who teach a trading edge, but it's a holistic thing. It's not just one element. There's a bunch of elements combined.
And and the other thing I learned from you was those trade management. I used to move stop losses every time, without any, like, as soon as I go in some profit, I'll move it to any point. Now I understand, if you enter on a logic, you exit
on logic. Yep.
It's simple as that. So there has to be a reason for you to move your stop loss, either to break even or to even reduce your risk, move it a little bit more in. But it has to be on a logic. You just do not randomly drag and drop.
No, that's ridiculous. And so many traders do that.
I used to do it.
Yeah, so did I. So did I. And I've said this too before, and I know you know this well and truly. The market will tell you what you should be doing.
Exactly.
Not your emotions. The market.
You need to keep emotions out of this game.
ice running through your veins stuff. Absolutely.
It's slow and steady, but you will win the race if you keep emotions.
So we've been together now, I think, just on 100 days.
Yes.
Pretty close. And I know but I know you're also doing the work, and that's the key. I know you're doing the work consistently. From my perspective, from the outside looking in, you as a client, as a trader, I think you've come miles from where you were to where you are now. I think you've come a million. Would you agree with that? Would you agree that everything you do now is completely different to what you did 100 days prior?
My whole mindset have changed to a point where I don't even have anything lower than daily on my MT4 or TradingView. I used to have this one M5, all those open. I don't even go to H4, H6, nothing. All I have got daily, weekly, and monthly on my charts, and that's it.
Perfect.
Because I just don't want to go any lower. Don't want.
And there's no need to.
Not at this stage. Maybe in a year or 2 years down the track, then I'm successful.
Well, we can cover that. We can do that stuff later on down the road. Mate, just finally, I don't want to hold up your time, but last question. If someone's watching this and, a bit like you, but like everyone really, are sitting on the fence, they're not sure, should I, shouldn't I? What would you, now us being together for 100 days, what would you say to those guys who may be sitting on the fence, not sure what they want to do?
I would say, as I said earlier, he's a real person. So I'm not going to sell you a course. And what you were seeing in the ad or wherever you've seen,
yes, it's legit. Yeah.
Exactly what you get. As long as the person is ready to put in an effort.
Oh, for sure.
You don't have a magic, wand.
No.
So you can show us the path. We need to travel on it. So, but it is genuine, easy, structured. You won't regret it. And I will say, if you put in a hard work, you will actually change your mindset totally. You will see a total different side of trading, which I'm pretty much sure 90% of the people sitting on the fence would not have seen.
Oh, absolutely. We're trading can actually be an enjoyable, stress-free endeavor as opposed to a stressed out, oh my God, I'm losing. It's just,
100%. The trading to me now is 10% selling, 10% buying, to 80% waiting for your setup.
I love that.
That's what it's just wait, and market will give you entry.
Yes, it will.
And things you learn like trade management, not many trading courses teaches you. They'll just teach you the strategy and leave you alone. That's not the game.
How did you find and this isn't, I just thought of this, by the way. How did you find, because you mentioned a lot of courses out there. Every second website's got a course. And you buy the course or whatever, and you're on your own. Well, what happens when you got a question? How did you find that part of our interaction? Because I've done courses before. I didn't understand what I was learning, but yet I had no one I could ask a question to.
First of all, the best part was it's one-on-one.
Yeah.
When for an hour, I've got you. All your brains.
I'm all yours. Yeah.
All yours. There is no distraction. There is no other person asking questions and anything. And the course itself is well structured. And the best part is accessibility to you. Now, for me, it was a little easier because we both in Australia. So, I instead of emailing, I can text you.
Yes.
And I've sent you an email or what do you think of this?
How many Forex mentors give you their phone number, for Christ's sake?
It's real. I understand if there is someone outside Australia, might be a changer. For me, it was so much easier, but you respond regardless whether it was email or something. And honestly, the response is quite fast. It's not like I'm waiting for days.
No.
No,
because you got an answer. You got a question you need to be answered.
Yeah, exactly. And one-on-one is best thing. It's your experience. It's like it's up to me how much I can that brain of yours and learn from you. And I've got your undivided attention. Did you
find, sorry, mate, I said it was the last question. I just thought one more and this is going to be it. Did you find, it's not about me, this is going to sound like it is, but how did you find my style of teaching? I'm quite, I don't know, relaxed about the way I go about teaching people. I can be quite forthright when need be, but I'm also quite jocular around all of that. How did you find the style of teaching?
I think what I liked was you're quite approachable, but at the same time, you're to the point.
Yeah.
There is no mocking around when
No.
I think when we did 1 hour of our one-on-one, I think our greetings were extended to maybe 3-4 minutes and we were right straight up. So there is no waste. It's not like if I'm paying you for 1 hour, we are not spending 40 minutes talking about footy
No.
or cricket or something.
No. We're
5
getting
minutes.
into it. We're here to work.
And you are upfront. So if I'm not putting in an effort, you will say to my face that you need to pull up your socks.
Well, that's one of my jobs as a mentor, to hold you accountable. Yeah.
That's what I like. It's not like you got me your money. Doesn't matter whether I do it. You make a genuine effort to make sure that I am understanding and I'm putting in hard work, and we should because I'm just not about money. I'm using my time. I'm using your time.
Yes. Our most precious resource. So,
Exactly.
and I'm a huge fan of that. And I know you've just mentioned it, but if I'm either in a group or one-on-one, I'm going to show up regardless. I'm there.
Yeah.
And for those who show up, I appreciate their time. I know they appreciate mine. So I want to maximize that time that we have, that hour and a half, or whatever it turns out to be. I want to maximize that time because at the end of the day, we're here to learn the second highest paid skill on the face of the earth. And we're going to do that in 100 days. That means we don't have time to muck around. We get into it.
And I find it easy, to the point. There's no mocking around. You're learning things and you're repeating things. Repeat. And the most important part is if whoever takes this course, just make sure you put in a hard work after. So, I like the part where you'll have a homework kind of thing.
Yeah, you're going to have tasks to do. Absolutely.
If you're not going to do it, Darren is not going to lose anything.
No, you are.
You're the one who's just wasting your money and time. He's not going to lose anything. So,
it's
in your best interest.
Inderjeet, we'll finish on that. Thank you so much again for your time, buddy. It's always delightful to talk to a professional trader, a successful trader, moving on to a professional trader. And again, I want to reiterate, I know you know this, but to those guys out there who may be watching this, 100 days on, you're a completely different trader, completely different way you go about your business when I first met you. And I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. You have done exceptionally well. Well.
I'm happy that I made that decision.
Yes. Good on you, mate. Talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.